One of your people has a particular talent for teaching. Kids and adults alike find it easy to learn from them. One of your people becomes more skilled in crafting. You find the ruins of what must have been a small settlement, but it looks abandoned for at least a decade. You see the hanged man floating aimlessly, wailing at the sky. The souls of those who died of hanging, especially self-inflicted, are known to become damned like this, but there could be a way to help. You look around the abandoned settlement, and you find several skeletons of people with their heads severed, as well as many funeral pyres that look very makeshift and rushed. At the center of the village, you discover an oak tree, with the hanged man's skeletal body still swinging from a branch. As you search the body, the ghost appears again, but this time without the noose around its neck. Instead, you see a well-built, middle-aged man in a wide-brimmed hat, with a large book and a crossbow at his side. The ghost seems much more coherent now as it speaks to you. So you have come. Good. It was not me, well, not strictly. I can only hold this form for a short time. Soon I will revert back to the anguished deformity that is the hanged man. Driven by instinct alone, I will seek out life and haunt it, desperately trying to seek aid. Many would have slain my spirit by now. My thanks to your patience. Indeed, it is somewhat redundant for you. I have no true answer for what happens to us, except that we come back with less and less of ourselves left. Every time we are slain, we lose a part of our souls, until there is nothing but an angry shell left. If you find a way to release my spirit, well, before the darkness, my soul would have traveled through the roots of the cosmic tree into the underworld, where it could rest in peace. Now, well, at least I won't be an angry spirit tormenting people, I think. I am afraid I do not know for sure how to lift your curse. I am fading again, and soon will become the hanged man again. So I will tell you this. Read my diary and find a way to rest my spirit, or find another way to banish me from this fate. If you do, I promise to try and lift the curse. It looked like he wanted to say more, but his ghostly body dissolved and changed back into the hanged man. Inside the man's coat pocket, you find a note, or rather what looks like a page torn out of a diary. The curse of the Striga takes hold quickly. Within days I saw signs of these good people falling to the darkness. Only I knew what had to be done, and gods helped my soul for it. I had no other recourse but to kill those who were taken, and those who stubbornly stood in my way. I had hoped to finish the job and return to you, my daughter. But alas, I can feel the curse upon my soul. I can hear the voice of my soon-to-be mistress calling me at night, and every night the voice becomes sweeter. Soon I will not have the will to resist, so I must act now, even knowing my soul will be damned among the wretched. If you shall ever find this place, I needed you to know my true fate. As you examine the rope, you see it was weaved with silver, and on the ground you see a pentagram drawn with rock salt and poppy seeds, or at least that's what they could have been. All known repellent for the dark magic and the creatures of the night. The hanged man appears next to you and points to a map attached to the page. You see several settlements marked and one signed Home. You remembered a book and a crossbow on the ghost, and so you search for it near the body. You discover both objects buried under a pile of stones. Thea is not an easy place to grow up in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea. Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage. The whole village celebrates this joyous occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future. A small group of travelers passes by your village. You exchange basic supplies and talk. Because of your kindness, they tell you of a herbalist living in a solitary hut out in the wilderness. They say she can cure any poison and even heal wounds, for a price, of course. They give you a map to the herbalist's hut and depart on their journey. You find the solitary hut of the herbalist. It is a small wooden abode with a straw roof and smoke coming out of the chimney. There is a distinct smell of herbs and medicines in the air. An elderly lady walks out from the house to greet you.
Welcome, travellers. What brings you to my home? Yes, indeed I can, but I haven't survived as long as I have by running a charity. If you wish to be healed, you will do me a favour. Beware, for healing wounds I require food and wood as payment, as well as a favour. But I am warning you, even if you fail the favour, I still take the goods. Poisons are cheaper. I only require a favour. So